Nothing, guys, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Dice Attorney. We left us off. We got more details of Edgy Boy's past. The Gregory versus Manfred stuff. We got that in order. We already presented this. Oh yeah, he was gonna like look into the file, so what if I show him this? This incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow, so tomorrow will be the completion of not one, but 2 trials. All thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid the damage the DL6 incident has done would never be eased. Alright, got it. She was so beautiful. I'm truly sorry for what I did.
Huh? Sorry about what?
I think I'll stay out of this one. Alright, I don't think we have any more to show. So let's move. Detention center, maybe. Is Gumshoe back?
There's hardly anyone here.
Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi.
Hi, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like the David Gumshoe is punning the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yeah, she just arrived actually.
Von Karma's in the records room.
Nick, let's hurry!
He's gonna like delete all the evidence.
Dusty as always.
You were only here just yesterday. I'm sure you just haven't had time to clean.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I'm just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Wait, there's that one that's open.
Huh? One of the drawers here is open.
Someone must have been looking for it in recently.
The label says unsolved cases, evidence.
Unsolved cases?
Nick! The file for download 6! It's completely empty!
What? What are you doing in here?
Eek! Von Karma!
You. Ugh. How did you know my name?
Huh?
Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgy Boy's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rather remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. There's things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgy Boy's mentor. Alright, let's talk.
Mr. Edgy Boy is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeman, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of the most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgy Boy will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgy Boy will tell the court tomorrow. You were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in the court tomorrow. So move away. This cabinet is where to keep evidence for current cases. Some of the things are obvious murder weapons, others are question marks.
What do you think this clothespin is for?
Don't touch that, it's evidence. This is locked drawers half open. The label, blah blah blah, we know this. Here are the files collected case reports. There's quite a large volume of reports here.
Wow, these are all of the case reports?
Yeah, it's like a grade of police cases.
I guess my sister's case report is in there too, quietly gathering dust.
So, do I present him with anything?
I don't know, should I show him this letter?
Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yoki to commit murder. Yanni Yoki? How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yoki this letter?
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me a lot of needless hassle. What?
Nick, what is that thing?
A taser!
A stun gun.
A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will curse through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000... Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it usually. Now, give me the letter. No!
No!
Whoa, what are you...
Nick, run! Ah!
He got tased. Maya, out of my way.
Ah!
Oh no, our proof!
The letter's gone, of course, and he took the DL6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya!
I probably shouldn't have showed it, but I guess this is the only way to like progress.
Maya, open your eyes!
Maya! Letter! Did you take it?
Oh yeah. Are you okay?
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
Die. Maya! There has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding on something. What is that? A bullet? She got the bullet! Download 6 incident. Evidence number 7 taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeboy. Edgy man. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him.
Oh wait, are they using the same gun?
I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow.
So the gun might be the, Yanni's gun, the old man.
This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things.
Wah!
What's the big deal?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run into a stun gun yesterday. Anyway, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick!
Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgy boy's looking glum as always. I hope when Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm sorry. Just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge.
Right, good idea.
Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, pal! What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe! Morning, Mr. Archie-boy. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I captured our runaway caretaker. I brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yoki says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgy Boy if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Show him the bullet! Court is now in session for trial of Miles Edgeworth. Edgeboy. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Oh, right. Very well.
We have reached the final day of our proceeding in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence.
Understood.
Come on, don't be awed in silence. Into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma. Your opening statement.
Right. Thanks to the gumshoe's effort, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Now he wears pink.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness.
Oh, did he always wear pink? Wasn't it green? Oh, maybe I'm remembering wrong.
He lives in the boat rental shop at the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will not now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony.
Witness testimony!
Why, I left the court.
I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Cross-examination!
I'm really sorry about yesterday like I did.
Hold it! Press on everything! I'd call what you did running away was not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger.
No, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony.
Sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, on Karma and Yanni Yogi.
Well, I wasn't running away or anything.
Then why did you leave?
He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking?
If I sat quietly, Edgy Boy would be guilty in 3 minutes.
I went to buy some food for Polly, see?
Food?
Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why did you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well, I kinda got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that. I see. So he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses.
I figure I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow.
You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep. Seems like it.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are.
The witness has testified quite clearly he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof.
How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible.
I'm glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue.
I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one.
How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgy Boy and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies!
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he?
Don't play dumb, Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name.
Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi? From the Download 6 incident?
It figures a judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
What does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I got nowhere else to go.
Nick! How are you going to prove it? How can you prove that it's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on the file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see. That makes sense.
Huh?
I'm very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yup.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No.
Tisk. Well, what would you do, Mr. Wright?
The Parrot!
It seems that the case has been decided, no?
No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. No, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. The Parrot!
There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one.
Nick! What are we going to do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do?
Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine this Parrot for a little comic relief,
Yeah, very fine. You're a sore winner, Karma. That's it! The Parrot! Wait a second. Cross-examine his Parrot?
What is it, Nick?
Your joke has become your downfall.
No, you're not going to.
Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Kammer up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Kammer up? In his ass? On my proposal?
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. I knew it! The parrot's gonna testify.
Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Kammer? Did you even ask? This is a farce. I object.
Wait a second. You were the one who suggested that I cross-examine the Parrot, Von Kammer. I have a right to do as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes out of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy!
Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Yes, I'm doing it. Let that Parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard!
Come has written every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the Parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the Parrot.
Ah, look at him.
Oh, I mean her.
Squawk!
That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name? The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Very well, witness. Who's your owner? Please, testify for us.
Witness testimony! Squawk! Hello, squawk!
Really? Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination.
Right.
What are you going to do,
I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Fucking say Maya, Polly, that's the name.
Hello, Squawk.
Hold it! With this, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right, what do I say?
What's the safe number? What's your name? Oh, have we forgotten something? Yeah. As I recall, 2 days ago.
Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget, no, don't say Squawk!
If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with download 6.
Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, Squawk? That's not what you're supposed to say! We forgot something! Hello, Squawk? Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick! She won't say it!
This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Just something the matter, Mr. Wright.
Wait, don't tell me one commoner expected this. He couldn't have retrained the Parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when he asked if we've forgotten anything? Maybe say the name first. Okay. Okay, what's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name.
Polly, what's your name? Polly, Squawk?
Mr. Wright? I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Of course. Yes, it does.
Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof.
Nick, did you think you're taking this bluffing a little too far?
Listen, we're not here to answer this question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Fuck! The proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Oh, fuck, I don't know. Can I? Fuck. No, wrong. What's the save number? You're claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. No, it doesn't. Fuck! You're claiming this number has nothing to do. No. Well, it's the safe. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ha! Ridiculous. How can a number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof! What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity?
Fucking the safe! That I don't have anymore, fuck! It's 1228. Fucking, I don't have that anymore. Still bears clear ballistic markings. Oh, the date! It's the date! I've never read this one. 1228! Oh my god, here we go!
Take that!
The download 6 case file? What is this obsession you have with this case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to the safe number?
Case summary. Victim data, suspect data. Case summary. It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically the date on which the Download 6 incident occurred. The date on the incident? December 28th? Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Oh, he used the date of the Download 6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Objection. Bah, this is not technical proof. I set my 18 card's number to 0001 because I am the number. Well, really? Someone steal his credit card now. That has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that?
Nick, we're getting closer. One more. It takes us one more piece of evidence.
Right, but what?
Very well, with this you may continue.
Wait, so let me read this. I never read this one. Murder was fired twice. There we go! This is the name! We got it now, boys! Of course!
The Download 6 case file? That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well.
Let me just quickly read this. A suspect data!
Please show us on that page where in this file is information connected in this state Parrot's
suspect data! It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Indeed, it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Holly Jenkins.
Holly! Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible. Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix.
That's a lie.
Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé?
She's only 7 years old.
That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all.
True. That is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
What are you saying? Summon the caretaker to the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay.
Oh! I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different.
This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
Order! Yanni Yogi. So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death?
Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeboy. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeboy? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why did you mask Mr. Edgeboy yourself?
Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Well, that's the end of that case.
Von Karma, where's Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. The defendant, Miles Edgeboy, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objection? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeboy, not guilty. He's probably gonna pull up the Download 6 incident again. Revive the case. So we're gonna have a case tomorrow, I guess. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Objection!
Well, he's gonna object himself. Oh no, he's gonna confess to the DL6! Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... no. Edgeboy? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I am not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick! Edgeboy is trying to confess! He's going to say he's guilty! He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the Download 6 incident! He's going to tell them he killed his own dad!
Yeah, just yell that louder, Maya. Uh-oh, what do I do? Can I just say leave it to Edgeworth? Because he's gonna say it anyway. I believe in you, Edgeboy! No, I'm sure Edgeboy thought about this one long and hard. This isn't my place to interfere.
Nick, are you sure?
There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? At the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the Download 6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for the Download 6, the statute of limitation of which ends today. The culprit is me! But you were 12 years old. 12 years old, and you did it in self-defense. Order, order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitation runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah, it's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime from 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Wright. I just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy! Just crazy!
Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court records once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case for what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeboy is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeboy, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. For me? Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge? Miles Edgeboy has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examination. The statute of limitation on the Download 6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. On karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well. Will Miles Edgeboy take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeboy, I am the prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeboy, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgyman. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeboy was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please!
Oh no, I don't remember. I don't remember his dream.
That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in an elevator. My father, Mr. Yogi, lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted to stop the fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. Wait. One gunshot. And until now, you thought that this dream was a memory. We were stuck in the elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in that elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events.
Bah! The same claims the Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. So, wait. Cross-examination! Hang on. Let me read this again. Who's found? The murder weapon was fired twice! Where was the second bullet? He only dreamt of one gunshot. Where's the... And also this picture! This also proves that there was 2 gunshots. One on his father and one on the door, right there! But let's press everything he has. What was the trial your father was involved on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Von Karma, you are handling the case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details.
That was when Edgeboy pointed out the problem with Mr. Von Karma's evidence. Oh, Edgyman. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in an elevator. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator? Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, and no one came to help, my father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff's, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster.
And you picked it up. What happened next?
I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked.
So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi?
I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. A gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they echoed in my head every day. A gunshot and that horrible scream. A scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. What kind of scream? To this day? Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is! One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. I'd better find out quick. A single gunshot. But according to this, there was 2. Yeah, 1 bullet, victim data. Okay.
Objection!
Are you sure you only heard 1 gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that.
I heard the gun, I heard the shot, and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't, you dumbass. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us of what page it's on. Which page contradicts Mr. Alward's testimony? Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it's quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice. And I have a picture proof of it! Miles Edgeboy only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. I sure do, you motherfucker! What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at a time. Do you have any proof that the other shot was fired had something to do with the case? Yes! Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible! Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprises for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have any evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? I sure as hell do, baby! Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime, 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. I have to show him? Should adjust the contradiction in the photo. A fucking bullet hole.
Take that!
It should be obvious the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeman was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeboy fired the second shot. Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went to Gregory Edgeman's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out? In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. But, Mr. Wright, who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before you wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the download 6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary, that's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If that pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet must there have been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeman's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon has fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Kammer says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Gah, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident?
What are you doing, Nick? Why are you raising an objection?
I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick?
The second bullet wasn't there. All my conjectures are for nothing.
No! But you said you did, Nick! You said you get Edgy Boys declared innocent!
I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was no other person. I thought there was another person, someone who was fired a killing shot. Now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick!
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Mr. Miles Edgeboy. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Mr. Miles Edgeboy before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father? Though that was not your intention. Yes, I did.
Oh no! He's accepted the guilt!
Very well. The statute of limitation of the murder of Gregory Edgeboy runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant today right here. Right now! Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright?
Shit!
Well, cliffhanger once more. Gotta end it here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Getting exciting. I'll probably object, cause why not? We have to. So I'm gonna leave you guys with a high five.